Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Today in War Thunder, I thought I would fly out the A6M5 otsu to try and show people what I'm on about when it comes to planes like the otsu. I played 12 battles today in it and was able to go from rank 1 modifications to spading the machine. So in around about 12 battles, you could probably do it in like 15 if you're playing at my level to be able to spade this if you're playing it. If you want to find any of the battles I did today, you can find it under the, if you go to the War Thunder site and then War Thunder Replay, search my name, you will find all of them to show you that the statistics that I'm using are legitimate, and you can even run all of the numbers yourself. I want to try and make this as clear as possible to people to make them understand that even with a high repair cost you can still make a bunch of money in it, and why it has such a high repair cost in the first place. So if you want to check the 12 missions or games that I did today, go and have a look there. Also, through the battles thing, you can see the amount of victories and defeats that I had, but I've made it all easy for you individuals by putting it into a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. So the main reason for doing this is to prove the fact that everybody is telling me that you can't make money in it, that it is impossible to do even without premium or with premium. It is impossible to run a machine like the A6M5 otsu for the average player. Now, we've already talked about the issues with the idea of what is an average player, and therefore I can only go on my own experiences here and show you why having a machine like this, which I feel incredibly comfortable in with a high repair cost, first of all, does punish an individual like myself quite a lot when dying, but also doesn't really have a massive effect, meaning that, you know, I'll still use this machine in a realistic either way. So if we have a look at the 12 battles, I do have some constants. So the constants that I'm using for the A6M5, it's a rank 3 aircraft. I'm researching a rank 5 one. So that means that the RP gain here is going to be significantly lower than what you are used to seeing because of the statistics, because I'm not researching efficiently. On top of this, we're going in air realistic battles. I am running premium time at this point of time, so if you want to take these statistics and make it so it's not premium, you know, take away or divide them by a specific percentage, you would still be in the positive, but you'd definitely be less in the positive. I didn't use any boosters through any of these missions. I started with 3 free repairs because obviously I was still new to the vehicle. The starting SL was 147,000. Now what does this mean? This is the amount of money that I'd already made on top, before starting today in the otsu. So technically I'm plus 147,000 since I've still got the free repairs. And also the SL loss, which is this line here, this is the repair plus mods plus ammo, which is the complete amount of SL that you will lose as an individual, like in one battle. So yeah, it's pretty much as simple as that. And I also wrote down some notes from specific battles. So what was I looking at here? So the first one was the amount of battles, the second the maps. Now I was kind of surprised there was a lot of variation in the maps, so I was very happy to see that. As you can see, only a few appearing more than once, so that was great. Obviously air kills is important, ground kills as well, just for, you know, the end of the battles where you want to clean up. The mission score I think is important when looking at other factors. Then of course assists, and then SL gain. That actually should be 0, not 9. There we go. SL gain from the battle itself, and then you have SL loss, so then you have the difference between the two. So if the loss is larger than the gain, you get a negative, such as this one here. If the gain is larger than the loss, then you get a positive. Then of course RP gain and modification gain. Now I was able to get fully modified, I believe, in these missions here, or maybe these 3 missions here. So you know, that is something to take into account. If I died in the battle, the win-loss rate of the missions I had, and then of course the overall SL gain, which is just the sum of all of these, cumulatively pushing forward, and then the SL gain without free repairs, right? So this would be if instead of using the free repairs for these 3 deaths or for these 2 deaths and some damage, instead it was just a fact of I didn't have any of them at the time. So what I'm trying to say is, even if you take the most harsh stance on this, let's say I didn't have any free repairs and also, I was playing at the same standard every match, I still made in 12 missions 200,000 silver lions. Now, if you have a look here, you can see those definitely areas I went negative, but after the 6th mission I was able to go positive after that to get to a level of 200,000. Now for me, this is actually, it makes sense. So your vehicle, if you have, only rank 1 or 2 upgrades, you're not going to perform as well as when you are fully spaded. So once you hit that fully spaded mark, then you should be making, quite a lot of silver lions. And the key thing here is something I've been saying for a long time. I just didn't die in those missions. And also with the last mission, number 12, I did die because I was team killed by an A7M5 who believed that I'd stolen a kill from him. So through all of this time, I only died, what is that, technically 3 times to the enemy, giving me a KD of 4.33, and then a win rate of 83.33%, meaning that I was able to, with free repairs that I used, get 300,000 silver lions. So technically, with this machine right now, I am at about 450,000 silver lions positive. So even with the repair cost that we see on this machine here, which is 36,594, I would have to play and just die instantly in, something like 12, 13, maybe 14 games in order to break zero with this machine. So this is why the repair cost is so high. It is because of the fact that it is a lot harder to die in this machine. Your win rate is normally through the roof with this machine because you are supported by some really good aircraft, the A7M5, the A6M5s, the A6M3s, even the Key 61s. All of these are wonderful aircraft and match great against American players if they don't fully understand how to deal with these machines. And even then, you can always ground strike if you really feel like it. You could also just get assists, or you could just go after bombers if you feel like it. But the only thing that I definitely believe people could pin me on is the fact that with the premium account, you get plus 100% reward for battle time in random battles, and plus 50% reward in other game modes, right? So even with that, even with like the plus, as you can see, 50% SL, and also the battle time idea, I would still be massively positive with these statistics. Like there is no doubt in my mind that that would be true. So this is why, for me, it's hard to understand the argument that people are saying it's priced out of existence. You can't play it anymore. And that's just not the case. It just means that you've got to be a bit more careful. It just means that you have to conserve your life, and it means that you have to use your 10 free repairs very, very honestly with yourself. Play defensive and make sure to, do well. Now, on top of this, there were some other things that happened, some anomalies, which is always what you're going to get. So on Iskra, this actually should be on Carling Gol. So on the first one on Carling Gol, what I got was I just got randomly shot down by an AA, right? So, of course, this is going to be a bit of an issue. And also, I realized the default 20s are horrible on this machine at about mission 5, and then the ping went crazy for the LA7, so I died in that mission. This has to be up here, otherwise it doesn't really make a lot of sense. So the 2 deaths that I had, This one I blame my internet for, but it was definitely a very good shot from the LA7. He hit me from about 1.2 out, and it was going in a head-on. I turned off, and unfortunately, because of the lag, it didn't work, but as I said, it was a good hit. This one was just randomly AA, which was kind of funny. Team kill is never very nice, but the other one was just me being incredibly careless. And also we had a night match on Hokkaido, which was kind of interesting. But I hope this, set of statistics helps you understand where I'm coming from when it comes to the otsu. Even if you don't want to play anything else, even if you just want to play the otsu, you can still very much make silver lions with it without having to worry too much. Especially if you are an individual who really likes playing the otsu, then you should be getting these styles of statistics. Now, there is another argument to be had that repair costs do not stop individuals like me playing vehicles like the otsu. Well, in effect, no, not in my position, because of the fact that I have a bank of, nearly 26 million silver lions, right? But as another player who may also be very good, they're going to be pushing towards the A6M5, or they're going to be pushing towards another machine instead of this one because of the repair cost. There is definitely a discussion to have about should repair costs be used as a balancing technique, but I think the argument for, should repair costs exist is obviously one which is a non-starter, because they have to exist in order to stop stuff such as bot farms. I just wanted to show you this stuff. Hopefully you find this interesting, and, it's not all bad. Even if your favorite vehicle gets upped in repair, you can still make money. Just play well in it, you'll be alright. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank B. Young, Blackie, Daniel Stanton, Dyslexic Child, Martinez, Matati, Moxie, Nito, Nick Graham, Alobralo, and Super Cacti for supporting me on Patreon.